Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a really brief set of notes on the rock cycle. You've already going to have seen most of the information of the rock cycle from our notes on the types of rocks, but this is going to focus on putting all of that information together to see the processes that lead from rocks changing from one type to the next and back again. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. First, let's remind ourselves about the three different types of rock, starting with igneous rock. Igneous rocks form when other rocks are heated to the point of melting, and then the molten rock cools and is crystallized back into a solid igneous rock. Sedimentary rocks form when other rocks are weathered into small bits, eroded away, and deposited in a new location. Over time, those sediments are then cemented into a single larger rock. And finally, metamorphic rocks form when other types of rocks are exposed to enormous amounts of heat or pressure, but it can't be enough heat to actually melt the rock, otherwise we would have igneous rocks again. On this slide, we're going to be actually drawing out the cycle, and make sure you're drawing along with me on your note sheet so that you have this visual with you whenever you're looking at your notes. Let's start by adding the arrows, and then we'll fill in the labels later. So we need an arrow going from metamorphic rocks to sedimentary rocks. We need an arrow going from sedimentary rocks to metamorphic rocks. An arrow going from igneous rocks to sedimentary rocks. An arrow going from sedimentary rocks down to igneous rocks. We need an arrow going from metamorphic rock to igneous rock, and an arrow going from igneous rock to metamorphic rock. Now that you have those arrows drawn, we can start adding labels, and the labels are just going to be the processes that lead to each type of rock. Let's start with sedimentary rock. To go from a metamorphic rock to a sedimentary rock, we need to weather the rock into small bits, erode the rock to a new location, deposit the rock at a new location, and finally cement the rock to form the new rock. So again, we have weathering, erosion, deposit, and cementing of the rock. We'll go ahead and add the same labels to the other arrow going towards sedimentary rock as well. Weathering, erosion, deposition, and cementing. Next, we'll add the labels for igneous rock, and that is going to be melting and crystallization, which is the process of becoming a solid again. And we'll add that to both arrows, melting and crystallization. And finally, we'll add the labels for our metamorphic rock, and those processes are going to be heat and pressure without melting. Without melting. Add the labels to the second line as well. Heat and pressure without melting. Here's one last look at that entire diagram. Now would be a good time to pause if you need to finish up your diagram on your notes. But for me, that is going to do it. See you guys next time.